Well, we'll soon find out if my... Well, welcome in everybody to round 2 of the Kiwi Sim Racing 2-hour endurance series tonight. Live from the Red Bull Ring. And joining me in the comms box tonight, it is Dion Gregory. Dion, welcome in to another version of the 2-hour endurance series.
Yeah, g'day mate. Well, if anything to go by the last one that we did, it was a couple of hours. We certainly found plenty to talk about, so hopefully there's plenty of action on track again tonight.
Yeah, not wrong there. We are a bit late getting underway, having trouble joining the server, but we made it in the end. Obviously, it's all a bit hurried, but it's probably good timing because the race is actually about to get underway, hopefully, tonight. My issues from disconnecting from my headset have all vanished, and you can hear me loud and clear for the meantime at home as the cars are starting to grid up for the race tonight. I'll just try and bring up some grids for us. This has all changed throughout the week as well, so out of row number 1, it is going to be Bryce Harding out of pole, and beside him it will be Ewan Baker. Out of row number 2, it'll be Dylan Jordan and James Jordan. Row 3 will see Brady Stanley and Xavier Simmons. Out of row number 4, it'll be Justin Davies and Robert Henry. Row 5, Heath Mannering lines up next to Sam Law. Row number 6, it'll be Henry Thomas Kirch and Simon Honey, and that is basically all we're going to have time for because we...
Standing start, is it?
Oh no, it's rolling start. I'm sure last time it was bloody standing start, wasn't it? Oh, we could carry on with the grids then, or get us back to where we were. Caught off guard here tonight, but nonetheless. Out of row 7, it will be Brad Wiggins and Rob Woodworth. Out of row number 8, Taylor Oakes lines up next to Martin Waugh. Row 9, it'll be Jamie Stewart and Ben Heron. Row number 10, we'll see Craig Brock and Brock Mackney. Row 11, it'll be Corey Crossan and Dyson Freeman. Row 12, we'll see Marcus Walker and Eric Roloffs. Row number 13, it'll be Hamish Kelsey and Brad Wybro. Row number 14, Christian Hermanson and Ben Doherty. Row 15, it'll be Josh Murdens and Cam James. Row 16, we'll see Phil King and Cam Dance. Row 17, we'll see Paul McKenzie and Mason Dawson. Row 18, it will be Brendan Partridge and Matt Pluck. Row 19, it'll be Simon Burley, Claridge and Mark Mallard. And out of the final row, it will be George Elliott. And those liveries, I tell you now, are all up the wazoo there.
They look to be right on track, so that's the main thing.
Yeah, yeah, too right. So here we go. Bryce Harding.
Yeah.
They turn up here off the front row tonight. Dion, normally used to seeing Ewan Baker up there, but Harding.
Yeah, well, Ewan Baker's on the outside of him, so he's not too far away.
Yeah, that is true.
I didn't see any of the qualifying times, but I imagine it would have been pretty close.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Of course, all pre-qualifying for the event.
Full field though, so should be plenty of action.
Yeah, absolutely. 39 cars. That's a pretty good number. Hopefully, plenty of action to go with it. I'll be happy if there is, Dion.
Yeah, it'd be good to have plenty to talk about, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'll tell you right, looks like we are this time.
Set to take the green.
Yeah.
Look for Ewan to get a good start here, or hopefully Harding. Be good to see him get away.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, one man to keep an eye on starting deep in the field tonight, Cam Dance.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting to watch his progress as we are underway here at the Red Bull Ring in Harding. Off to a great start.
Also interesting to see Matt Pluck so far down the order today, down the back there. Maybe he didn't qualify. Anything I can add on?
Yeah, I would say a non-qualifier. He did say he was going to start the race.
Ewan take over the race lead down the inside.
Just wondering where our timing has gone.
Bit of a wheel spin there from Harding on the outside. Just let Ewan Baker through. Wow. They battle for position.
Yeah, good battle to get things underway. Baker.
Ewan's got the line though.
He's going to get it done this time by the looks. Dion, he's going to move into the race lead.
Oh, maybe not. Here comes Harding. He's got the inside for the next corner. Is he going to push the issue here? We're not sure.
Surely. Make him work for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'd get behind that.
Well, it's side by side for nearly the whole first lap so far. So.
Of course, two classes again. I'll see if I can actually split that up for you.
Yeah, several manufacturers though, I did notice.
And some reason we're getting we're getting a bit of spotter action going on in the background there, but it is Baker. Leads out the opening lap, from Bryce Harding. We go back to James Jordan in P3, Dylan Jordan sits in behind in P4, and Xavier Simmons rounds out your top 5 early.
Yeah, it's throw a blanket over them at the moment. There's nothing between any of them.
Tell you what, that thing of Brady Stanley's there. She's a thing of beauty.
Yeah, certainly a smart looking car, isn't it? Done a good job with the livery on that one.
I tell you what, Tomo, I hope we are going to get some rain. I really do hope. 45% chance. You wouldn't have seen that because of that logo, but according to that, there's a 45% chance of rain out there.
Is it set to rain, or do they set it up to?
They can influence it, but at the same time, it's pretty random as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes it has a mind of its own.
Oh, that's cool. Hopefully it's a bit of a spanner in the works, and we see them all have to travel down pit lane and grab some wets. And
yeah, I always get behind a wet weather race for that reason. It's always good when you get a bit of rain. And the questions start, when do you come into pit lane for wet weather tyres? And all that throws a bit of strategy. Oh, someone is off in the background big time there. That was Rob Woodworth.
Yeah, it was huge.
That was massive, and there is a fair bit of damage to the front end of that car.
Wonder if he had any help.
And I tell you what, it looks like Matt Clark is sitting in pit lane. In fact, is he gone? He is gone. He has pulled the pin already. Let's see if we can find what has gone wrong for Matt Pluck. I'll tell you what, we've had a few early incidents out there. Brodie McConkey early looks like he's had a big one. He's towed to the pits at some point.
Yeah, he looks to still be in the pits.
It's got him, shows him getting a tow, but can't see the incident. But I do have something here for Mr. Pluck.
Oh, there's another one. That's Bryce Harding off in the background.
Oh,
He's just spun and put it backwards into the fence.
not ideal. I don't know why that. We've got to set that replay up a bit better than that. What's happened here to the 51 of Pluck? We'll just. Oh, he's just been turned. Put it to the fence and. Wow. He said that will do it, I'd say. Oh, that is heavy damage. It didn't even look like he hit the wall that hard. But anyway, B party. He's had a moment out there. We'll try and pick up what has unfolded. Just a self-spin.
It's a little bit hot there.
Get the feeling we'll see a bit of that tonight. Down. Pick up what's going on here for the 45 of Walker. They are same. A lot of
Yeah, it's a bit too hot and slipped it around.
a lot of solo spins at the moment, I think. Just going in a bit too hot and turning it around. So same story there.
Same spot too, by the looks.
We got this one. Yeah, here we go. Simon Burling-Claridge. He's done the same. So
yeah,
and then
same spot. They're all parking up on that turn.
This one we saw live in the background just before. Rob Woodworth hard into the fence. Then Mark Mallard. So he had a moment out there as well. He turns it around.
Gassed it up a bit early.
And the moment you were talking about, and again, that same corner by the looks, Dion Harding is caught out, turns it around. Oh,
he'll be disappointed with that.
That is heavy damage too, so...
Out of P2, he'll be really disappointed with that.
Hopefully he's not going to cause an incident. We got some... Oh, yeah, there it is there. I was just about to say, looks like Craig Brock. Turns it around. He makes contact, I think, with Roloffs as they try to avoid... Wow, that was netcode. That was bad netcode too. Terrible. So that's all the early incidents out there.
Well, hopefully Harding makes it back to the pits and at least continues to do some laps. Do they have a quick repair in this? Do you know?
Fairly certain they do.
It's interesting that Pluck's called it a day if they've got a quick repair.
Yeah. Yeah, Brodie McConkey as well, gone from the race. So we are back alive watching Ewan Baker.
He cleared out to a 2.1 second lead now, so he's in dominating fashion as we're so used to seeing.
Yep, you're not wrong there, James Jordan. So it's P2 at the moment. Of course, some big races coming up tomorrow night. We go to the second race of the NSCAR Cup playoffs. We head to Talladega for that one. One server, everyone's all in on this one, so it should be a hell of a race tomorrow night live.
Be good fun.
From, I'm going to say 8 o'clock because it has been 5 minutes late most of the season. So make sure you tune in for that one, and don't forget, starting Monday night, the Toyota 86 series begins on Monday night. Tune in for that one, live from 7:30 across the Sim Motorsport New Zealand channels. Should be a absolutely awesome series. I popped in and watched a bit of qualifying, the last round of qualifying last Monday night, and I tell you what, if that is anything to go by, it is going to be some entertaining racing, especially with Scott.
Prizes are on the line, eh?
Yeah, some good prizes. And some pro commentators too, with the likes of Scott Rankin in the house, so They are an absolute pleasure to listen to, so it should be another ripper series. If you watch the Hyper Fibre League, you'll know what to expect in this 86 series. And we had some brilliant racing in that. That's enough of the GT3s. I think we'll go check out some GT4 action in Doherty. Currently, it leads the way in that one from Cam Dance, and Cam Dance has pretty much started last in the GT4 class, I believe.
He's made his way up to second in the
GT4 class, yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at some big movers at the moment. Brad Wybrow out there, up 13 positions.
Yeah, Hermiston's made up 11, and George Elliott up 7, Corey Croston up 7, Dyson Freeman up 5, so all pushing hard early on.
Yeah, Bryce Harding after that incident, a lap down at the moment in P37, so man, he's got a mountain to climb. Of course, no yellows in this one.
I wonder what the fuel situation's like, how many laps we'll see out of the tank for each class tonight. But as we saw last week, the GT, the faster guys had to stop an extra time, time. So,
yeah, look at that paint job on this car. That's
pretty spectacular.
That stream should be nice and clear for you tonight down too. A lot cleaner than last week.
Yeah, it's looking good for me so far.
Bit of HD action on Discord. Love it. Rob Woodworth, after that moment, he's still on the lead lap. He's amongst all these GT4 cars at the moment, back in P27. Go back to Mason Dawson. Third in class. So it looks like some good battles out there at the moment.
Yeah, some packs of 2 and 3 is going at it.
Switching here, Phil King, Paul McKenzie, and B Party going at it. Is Pluck even in the waiting room, or? Let's have a look.
No, man.
He's just vanished. He's just absolutely gapped it.
He is in the Kiwi Sim Sports.
Oh, yes, he's in the KSR Discord. Yeah, see him up there hiding. We watch this battle here between George Elliott and Phil King. Slightly going at it. Paul McKenzie in the background in that 36. We saw him make contact with Pluck earlier on. The reason he is out of the race, Matt Pluck, that is.
A dive down the inside there for position.
Kenzie advances another spot. Josh Murden's long way back at the moment. P9 in class, but P34 overall. He's got B Party up in front of him. He's got a bit of company at least. Hopefully sound levels coming across all good for everyone out there tuning into this 2-hour endurance race, second round.
Approaching the 15-minute mark, so we're what's that, 1/8 distance?
Oh, is that Baker?
It is. He must have had a moment.
What's going on there for Baker? It looked like he was going very slow for a moment there. Can't pick anything up on the timing by the looks of things, so unsure.
Still showing them as leading the race.
Yeah, it just says that someone was shown blue flags in front of him on the timing, so maybe just held up a little bit by...
We could be putting them a lap down already after... It's interesting.
Yeah, but James Jordan's pulled him back into 3 seconds. Wasn't he out to like 5 before?
No, it's two and a half, I think it was.
Yeah.
It's slowly it is slowly getting bigger.
Yeah,
But yeah,
okay.
he's starting to round up the back of the GT4 class there, so he's obviously already starting to pull them in and put a lap on them.
Yeah, so 27 GT3 cars, that's a good effort. Yeah, Baker. Look at that lineup in behind. Saw another glimpse of Stanley in the background. Simmons there.
Yeah, he's only half a second off of Jordan, so like that could be a good battle for the rest of the race.
Yeah, Baker looking comfortable though, as per normal.
He's pulled another half second now. He's out to 3.5 seconds again there now.
Certainly a sight we are familiar with here at Kiwi Sim Racing. Ewan Baker leading the charge.
So right on board with Brandley Stanley.
Yeah, Brady's done a good job so far in the race. It's P6 overall at the moment. Just look at that, just like that, Baker 4.5 or 4.4 second lead.
Yeah, the lap traffic probably doing them a few favours here. They're certainly slowing up these guys back here.
Yeah, absolutely.
See Stanley sort of struggling with traffic a wee bit. Bit of a weave.
Looks like Henry up in front. He's going to make his way past the GT4 cars there. And that's
Quite
George
busy, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it is. Hasn't taken them long at all to get into these guys, only 11 laps to get into lap traffic, so not long at all. Of course, may as well shout this out, I suppose. If you are currently in the chat, I'll give me a couple of minutes and I'll get a link up if anybody wants to check out the live timing.
It's a new edition.
Yeah, managed to sort out my ATVO, my overlay stuff last night. And you can now have a look at the telemetry while we're live. Basically, what I see, more or less. It's in the chat now. If you're watching on Twitch,
It's a cool bit of kit.
yeah, it's not too bad, eh? Takes you through to pretty much everything that I can see. So if we're not watching someone you want to see where they are on the track or anything, you can actually follow cars by themselves as well and do all sorts of stuff with that. The session events basically shows you when someone's had a crash and stuff like that in it. Track map and of the timing.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that'll be up on all the streams now since it's been sorted out. It's actually sorted for the upcoming Toyota series, but while it's there, may as well use it, right?
Yeah, man.
So we're watching Corey crossing at the moment, bit of pressure in behind from Hermanson. In the 48.
Baker's put another second on Jordan, so he's stretching the legs of his campaign.
Yeah, clearing out Absolutely. I don't think there's much anyone can do about it at this stage either. He's running about, well, his fastest time's half a second quicker than anyone else.
Currently, yeah, currently is holding the fastest lap of the race. So,
well, this will be interesting. Here we go, but a lap traffic again. George Elliott, he is amongst the thick of it at the moment, crossing in a battle with Hermanson, and they will get past nice and safely. I think Crosson's quite safe from the attacks of Hermanson as yet. But I'll tell you what, I can't see any signs of rain at the moment. We're right on board with Crosson, and
it certainly looks to be pretty cloud free up there. There's plenty of blue sky.
Yeah, absolutely. The odd dark cloud looming, but at the moment I would assume safe from any rain. As you can see in that mirror there, oh, look at that. Hermanson on the attack right now.
Looks like he's ready to dive down the inside, doesn't it?
Yeah, he did have a little look there. The gap closed pretty quick. This Crosson gets a great run. Oh, he's got more lap traffic in front of him. It's past one of those fast lane cars out there. It's possibly Josh Murdens, is it? No, it's not Murdens. It's not B Party, I'm not quite sure who that one is. So still only two cars out of this one. Lights flashing there on Murdens.
Get out of the way, coming through.
Yeah. That's pretty much what he's saying right now. But Baker, man, that lead, it's stationary now, about 4.5. It hasn't moved too much from that, so Baker in a bit of a rhythm. Simmons, he's worked his way up to P3 now, managed to get past Dylan Jordan.
Only the two retirements, Matthew Pluck and McConkey.
Yeah, one of each, eh? Both in different classes. So Pluck's return, it didn't last long, did it? Did not last long at all.
He will be upset with that. It did look like sort of a bit of wrong place, wrong time, and I'd say with that faster car coming from the back of the grid, it's probably quite hard to navigate early on, and you know, how to get out of the way and let the faster guys through. I guess if he had qualified a little bit closer up to the front, may not have had those issues, you know.
Yeah, too right. Too right. So tell us, are you going to be fronting up at Dager tomorrow night, Dion?
Yeah, I'll be there, mate. I had to miss last week at my niece's birthday dinner, so went out and celebrated that.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, so some things take priority sometimes, you know. So
yeah, too right.
Yeah, but I'll be there for sure. Certainly be there definitely tomorrow. So it should be a good race, hopefully, with everybody in it. It's super speedway again, so yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
Really exciting, that's for sure.
Yeah, should be a fantastic race, and everyone in the same server. It's certainly something to look for. Be plenty of bump drafted going on out there, no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
This Crosson looks like he's possibly had a moment there. Car.
A nice looking car, that too, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll go back and have a look at this. This could be a fair bit of damage, I feel. Oh, it's already happened. Look at that front right. That thing, he's turning left and it's just going straight ahead. So, see if we can... Oh, there's the front bumper flying off. Surely that's not the damage See the wheel? It's pointing in big
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Man, that was from that little contact. That's crazy. Down pit lane now.
Himself a new bumper fitted and some magic repairs and he'll be on his way.
Too right. So Baker, there he is out front. Easy does it.
Well, he's lost a little bit of time. He was out to a 5.5 second lead. He's back down to a 4.9 second lead now. So I'd say a little bit of lap traffic maybe, because he's pulling away again now. But
yeah,
still got Xavier Simmons sitting nice and close with
yes, Simmons is
James there.
Simmons is actually closing that gap big time, isn't he? And it's going to help even more here. Bit of lap traffic. By the looks of that, before James Jordan gets past Ben Doherty though. Done nice and clean, the 313 out there still. No, in fact he's not leading. Something's happened to Doherty as well. He's back in P10.
In class, yeah.
So he was leading it.
He was leading the GC full class there for a bit.
Yeah, Cam Dance now leads that. Let's see if I can. Oh, this is going to tell us. Let's have a look what's happened to Ben Doherty out there. Oh, is it just going to? Oh, it just gets on the ripple strip, turns around, and actually fires it into the fence. We saw Rob Woodworth do the same thing. Yeah, that was lucky there from Doherty. Obviously need to sort my transitions out. Where's the lid skids? Yeah, we're waiting for them. Big pop. Not sure if we're going to get one tonight. Surely at Dega tomorrow night someone's going to provide one though. Surely we'll get one at Dega. Switching Simmons here. He's opened up a gap now on Dylan Jordan.
Now up to 5.3 seconds now. So
yeah, just watching that margin. Under 4 now. Wow.
Yeah, it's what I mean. It sort of goes up and down and up and down, but I'd say it's flat traffic.
Yeah, there it is there. I think it's Mark Mallard. Actually, they just got put a lap down. Yes, it is. So yeah, that's why that time's fluctuating so much. James Jordan's going to have that issue fairly shortly. So he's got Corey Crossan in front of him, back out on track now. Wheels look like they're pointing in the right direction, so that's a bonus.
He's had the old magic fix and he's back on his way again.
Yeah, into it. Into it. Simmons closing the gap still bit by bit. He'll have Crossan to deal with now and Mallard, so he'll lose time, gets a bit of a tow. Crossan lets him go. Just like that, Robert Henry sits P5. Came so close to taking out the last championship, the Super Light Championship. They had a shocker of a last night. Back for redemption tonight. Of course, starting next Tuesday, the bit of V8 supercar racing as well. So,
who's that on?
Kiwi Sim Racing.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That should be good.
Gets underway Tuesday night. So looking forward to that one. Should be some good racing. Last time they done some supercars at Kiwi Sim Racing. It was a hell of a series. So hopefully they get some big numbers for that one. We shall see what happens. With that, watching Robert Henry at the moment. As the field all start to spread out a little bit.
Yeah, so certainly there's a gap between most of them. Oh, you got another one around there.
Yeah, Heath Mannering, he's had a big moment by the looks of things. Damage, and Taylor Oakes as well. So, a couple of guys off fairly quickly. Yeah, 911 of Heath Mannering. It looked like the front bumper was hanging off that thing not long ago, but now a bit of magic tricks and it's all repaired apparently.
I think I did see that flying down the road briefly.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go back and have a look what's going on here. Contact possibly between Mannering and Taylor Oakes. Let's have a look. See what has unfolded here. Oh, there you go, the 22 just gets into the 911. So yeah, I believe that's Taylor Oakes. Yeah, it certainly is. Just gets into him, turns him around. Martin Wars had a moment out there as well. And just a self-spin for him.
Been the theme of the night, isn't it?
Yeah, Cam James in the 99 has had a moment too by the looks. Oh! Wow, solo spin there, Ben Heron. Yeah, there you go, game.
Yeah, it's been quite a few, haven't they?
Yeah, so that's another one around, just the GT3 class. You wouldn't think that the tyres are wearing too much at this point. I normally go for some distance.
Yeah, well, early on I could have put it down to cold tyres maybe, but yeah, it's interesting that they're still happening out there. Maybe a bit of oil on the track on some of those turns or something.
Yeah, too right. Watching Brad Wiggins at the moment.
Who's that in the background with no front bumper?
Not hearing. It's got to be a GT4 car, I would say.
Yeah, it was a Mustang, I think.
Oh, that'll probably be Taylor Oakes. No, Taylor Oakes is out there in a GT3 car, my bad. Cam Dance is leading the class, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, got quite a comfortable lead there too of 16 seconds. So.
Yeah, that is a huge lead, isn't it, over Mason Dawson, who's back in P2. Paul McKenzie sits P3 and he's got Baker behind him. So Baker into the front runners again for the GT4 class. They're probably going to end up about 8 or 9 laps down, possibly.
Yeah, that's right. It does look to be about 8 or 9 laps. I know by the time you cycle through, depends how many times they've got to pit.
Yeah, it should be between. Yeah, I'd say it's going to be between 7 and 9 laps down. Those GT4 cars by the end of this one. Look at the cars all over the track here. She is very busy out there at the moment. James Jordan working his way through traffic. It's like Rob Woodworth in front of him. That 999. And Simmons in the background is now on the tail of James Jordan. Look at all the debris on the track.
Yes.
It's everywhere.
A few people travelled through the kitty litter and brought it all back onto the surface.
Yeah, flying out the back of George Elliott's car at the moment. Watching these leaders.
There's a bit of a battle there for second place, isn't it?
Oh, Heath Mannering. He is having a bit of a rough one out there in the fence. Roll-offs, Craig Brock. These two have been going at it for a while now. Still charging hard.
Good to see.
Yeah, I like those Mustangs, eh? They look good, those things. Craig Brock out there in the 76. Sky's currently 15th and 16th on the circuit. Heath Manneringham behind P17. And Bryce Harding, his fight back in this race up to P24. He is still a lap down, but is working his way through some of these GT3 cars.
Yeah, I'm not sure you'll see him get that lap back with how quick Ewan is going.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Certainly there'll be a bit of a recovery on the cards, and he should quite easily pass the entirety of the GT4 field, and there'll be a few guys that have had some spins there that he may make some inroads on. We have seen that as a bit of a theme. There's been quite a few self spins tonight.
Yes, certainly has. Just lose the screen momentarily. Yeah, plenty of it been going on since the start of this one. The old self-spinning. Harding is trying to get that fight back going. Taylor Oates saw him off track just not long ago. Another one of those Mustangs. Dyson Freeman. I tell you what, half the bloody GT3s seem to be Mustangs at the moment. Car of choice. Oh, we've lost Henry Thomas Kircher by the looks of things.
Helicopter's taken over.
Yeah. So, Henry Thomas Kircher having issues, and he has left the server. Not good.
No, bit of commentator's curse there, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, Baker's out to a 7-second lead now, so he's still not pulling away and not running away with it, so to speak. He's, but it's certainly quite a healthy lead.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, last time by was a 1:30.560. Let's see what he's going to do in lap traffic this time. By
right on board and watch a bit of the wheel work.
1:30.556 for Baker. On that lap, his quickest lap of the race is a 1:30.281. And I tell you what, James Jordan actually just went quicker. Believe it or not, as we ride on board. Current race leader, Ewan Baker.
Let's take it in.
Tell you what, it's nice and smooth.
Yeah, it's a bit of a masterclass, isn't it?
It's almost like he's done it before. Baker.
Hey, I tell you what, he gave me enough time to go and pour myself a drink, so
yeah,
that's the main thing.
I just went to the fridge and done the same thing, so hey, why not? Why not Tuesday night in the comms box on the breeze?
Yeah, first day back out of 3.
Oh yeah, I got the week off, so. But I have a fair bit of work to do before next Monday's stream, so.
keep you busy.
Yeah, along with the kids at home, but
Oh, that's all, you know.
good times.
Yeah.
Baker.
Yeah, I had last week off, so that was quite nice.
Yeah, you gotta love it. Here's this battle now for P2. Simmons on the back.
Yeah, he hasn't gone away.
Oh.
Certainly right on the stick bump there.
The lap traffic too to throw in the mix. The 44 of Burling Claridge goes another lap down. Now 3 laps down in the race. But look at this battle for P2. Your GT3 class.
I wonder if he's just being patient, not pushing the issue on. You know, the last thing you'd want is for any spins or any serious damage. Still with an hour and 20 to go.
Yeah, too right. Long way to go in this one. Very long way. So no point rushing anything. You see Robert Henry pop out in the background. Looks like he's making his way past some lap traffic. So Henry's actually doing a good job. He's sticking with Dylan Jordan for the meantime. Brady Stanley still remains in P6. This battle still raging. Can Simmons find a way past?
Probably the closest 2 cars on track at the moment, isn't it? Well, you've got Mannering right up behind Stanley there now, so...
I'll tell you what, yeah, look at those margins. Oh, that's a huge moment in front of Jordan. Oh, lucky to catch that one. Not quite sure.
He might have got away with that without any damage, but it's a big moment.
Was that Mertens? Nah. That was huge. Very fortunate to hold on to that. It's that margin between Simmons and Jordan just opens up a little bit. Fastest lap of the race, Ewan Baker. That fuel load, I'd say that fuel load's starting to burn off now down. Because for Baker a 130.233 and for Jordan a 130.551, so lap time's fairly similar between the two.
We haven't seen too much of a change either as the tyres go off and the fuel load comes down. You know, they get a little bit quicker for a little while, but then the tyres go away and
yeah,
evens it out.
Just
about out to an 8-second lead now, so
yeah, look at the GT4s, man. Those margins are massive. Except for Phil King and Cam James, I think it is.
That's right, yeah. Just under a second. What is it? Must be nose to tail.
Yeah,
just
there
about.
you go. There it is there on your screen. Cam James and Phil King going at it. 4th and 5th in the class. They got roll-offs in behind.
Is that a Porsche? What's that gold thing?
Yeah, that is... I can actually bring that up for you, hang on. Phil, yeah, Porsche Cayman, 718 Cayman, GD4.
Oh, wow. That must be the only one in the field, is it?
I think so, looking at that. Yep, there's not too many actual GT4s.
Mostly Mercedes.
Out there, so. Let's bring up their gained and lost. Henry Thomas Kircher down 15 spots. Christian Hermanson up 17 along with Brad Wyborough. That's a
that's good effort. He was on the just about off the back row, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good charge. We can bring your position gained up for you. 17 for Wyborough and Hermanson, 10 apiece for Freeman and Roloffs, and a 6 for Craig Brock. So Eric Roloff's there having a bit of a battle with Hamish Mannering by the looks. Those two still going at it. Craig Brock's been able to gap them a little bit. Apart from that, everyone else all with rather big margins between each other. Roloff's Taylor Oaks down pit lane, so we're going to start to see...
Yeah, it could be the first of the pit stops starting to roll through.
Some pit stops underway.
And if that's the case, I guess that's showing us there'll be 2 required, maybe.
Yeah, you'd expect them to be in fairly shortly if they are going to need 2. The GD4s will probably stretch it out.
Yeah, we saw that last week.
Last time, yeah.
Yeah, they only needed the 1 stop to get home, and whereas the GD3s...
Taylor's parked it. There you go. Called it quits. Yeah, that answers that question. There he is. He's in the waiting room too. We'll get his thoughts there. Taylor?
Oh, God.
Go a bit south, did it, mate?
Oh, no, I didn't. Just about crashed 3 or 4 times. But
so,
I just can't push the brake pedal. Kept cramping up.
Oh, no good.
I started braking with the throttle, but I couldn't push the throttle with my, couldn't push the brake with my right leg as hard as I can with my left.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, just.
Well, that is a fair call, and
I just can't keep the pace that I need to keep, and so I just park it.
Yep. Yep, fair enough too. So we were just wondering around fuel and
2
everything.
Stops.
2 stops. There you go. You've been watching the stream. You know, you're up to date with what we've been talking about.
Well, it's 2 stops. It's two stops in the GT3 all last series for a 2-hour race.
Yeah.
There's two stops in the first round.
Yeah, and it'll be.
Yeah, we haven't seen anyone come down pit lane yet. So.
No, you'll be.
Wiggins has and Freeman has. And Christian Hermanson has just ducked into pit lane now.
Yeah, you'll start seeing cars in the pit lanes within the next 5 minutes, I'd say. Because you can get to about the 50-minute mark on the tank.
Yep, I can bring that up for us as well. Now there we go. Well, we may as well remove you from that list because you are not coming back out of it, right?
Nah.
Has Hermanson had a moment, has he? Nah, he must be back out on track. There you go, he's back out on track now. So we'll see when cars pop down pit lane now. Jamie Stewart's down there, but he's obviously already been in there since we started that. So we'll keep an eye on things around the stops and how they form. There's actually quite a few cars that have headed down pit lane now.
Yeah.
So as
Yeah,
we were talking about it.
I can't expect too many more people to go much longer than this.
Yeah, Baker somehow at the moment still out there, still circulating pretty quick times as well. So doing a good job, out to almost an 8-second lead over James Jordan.
It's held fairly solid over the last 5 or 6 laps. You haven't seen it increase past that. He's been sitting around that 7.5 to 8-second lead. I haven't seen him drive away any further. So
yeah,
he's
given himself a gap. He's got himself a gap of 8 seconds, and he's just keeping that gap consistent, hitting his marks, saving a bit of fuel to try and push it out a lap or 2 on the fuel front.
Pit lane now.
Yeah, there we go. So Baker, race lead in the pits. James Jordan, he stays out. He's going to go another one.
He's always done that though. He's always been able to go an extra lap, James. He's good on the fuel front.
Yeah, Simmons as well.
He's sticking with him.
So Robert Henry down pit lane, is he? No. Henry stays
Jordan
out.
down lane.
Yeah. So stops unfolding for the GT3 class as we speak. So they'll get to about, on that, they'll get to about 20 minutes of the race to go. And we'll start seeing them down pit lane again at a guess. Long way to go yet. Simmons and James Jordan battle. Still going. Yeah, you gotta love to see it. So have you damaged your leg somehow, Taylor?
Oh no, just cramp.
Oh.
Just cramp kept coming through, and I just couldn't hit the. I just couldn't.
Yeah, shit,
It was one of the. Yeah, I went a couple of times into turn one. I went pushing. I could feel a little bit of it coming along, and then there was one time where I ran up into the MotoGP penalty area at the turn one there, and yeah, just couldn't stop him.
Yeah.
Couldn't.
Tell me you done a Mark Richardson in your sim. Yeah, big cramp up, yelling it out.
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to go back and review the stream just to see if that was the case. But
yeah. Oh, you gotta love it.
I don't think it. I think there was some other different words used.
Yeah.
Rather than a noise.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. Cool. Dylan Jordan down pit lane. Simmons is taking the lead.
Got another lap out of it. He's got another lap out of it, which I'm finding very, interesting.
Yeah.
He's got Stanley still out there too.
Yeah. Heath Mannering and Marcus Walker as well are only GT3s yet to stop. Look at Baker made the stop and he's back to P4.
Yeah, well, it's three cars in front of him haven't stopped yet, have they? So
yeah. Cam Dance still leads the GT4 class at the moment as well.
Yeah,
comfortable.
When I think it was Dowdy when he went around and had to go to the pits, that was. He's going to have to make an extra run down the lane as well. It was a little bit too early for two stops, I think.
Who's that?
When Ben Dowdy went round from the lead.
Ah, okay, right. Simmons.
In GT4.
Yep. Oh, here we go. That is both of those cars down. Stanley down pit lane as well. So Ewan Baker, he is going to take back over the lead.
Oh, I'm going to have to jump out, boys. I'm going to have to go and try and get this league better for Monday.
Yeah, too right. Oh, you qualified, so you're in the field?
Yep, and I'll have to go and do by Homestead. I can't. Out of all the tracks, I can't work out why we've got Homestead. I mean, it's an okay track layout, but I'm only going to use it on the Toyota night and never use it again, so I don't know what. It's one of the tracks I can't understand buying.
Yeah, story of my streaming life. Yeah.
Same as Sachsenring in this series. I'm not going to turn up for that round because I can't see myself using it any other time.
Yeah, fair.
So
cool.
I'm just not going to bother buying it.
Yep, fair call. That awesome. Cheers for popping in for a chat anyway, Taylor.
No worries, man.
And I'll see you in the background on Monday night. Good luck for that Toyota 86 series.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Cheers, man.
So Baker resumes the lead now. Actually, that margin to Dylan Jordan, 4.3 seconds.
It's been halved, I'd say. Possibly. It's obviously Ewan had to do what he did there, probably 2 laps on the full tank, and those other guys have done a couple of laps with next to no fuel on, so they may have been able to push a little harder and close that gap down. But
yeah,
it's been halved from 8 seconds down to 4. So.
And I guess where they popped out as well with that that lap traffic affecting things. So watching Dylan Jordan make his way through it now. It's past Phil King, Ben Doherty carries on. his way P2 in the race. And James...
That's the car we saw have a bit of an issue, wasn't it? So maybe he stopped quite early. It's probably, I think Jordan's got a little bit more fuel than everyone else.
Yeah, Dylan Jordan's... he's jumped everyone.
He stopped for repairs, didn't he? Wasn't that the car we saw have a moment?
Nah, so Dylan Jordan's stop was about... Oh, man, that is like way quicker than everyone else. He was about 7 to 8 seconds quicker down pit lane than anyone else. So that's why he's managed to get in front of James and Simmons. Simmons, in fact, has lost heaps of time. He's gone back to P6. Robert Henry's managed to get in front of him, so has Brady Stanley. Has Simmons been down pit lane twice? I can't...
They all might be on different strategies, though. Some of them may have filled to the top, so that they've got a very short fill to get them home for that last 20 minutes. Whereas the other guys may have spread it out evenly over the 2 stops. You know what I mean? So they would have worked it out. They only needed a steady amount of fuel. Me personally, I probably would have filled it.
Yeah, to the top.
Yep.
Yep.
And gone as long as you can, and then make the most of a very short stop at the, short sort of splash and go at the end. Sort of a, misrepresentation of possibly where you are in the field but it may work for him.
We've lost timing for Simmons somehow. I'm not sure what's going on there when in his pit stop. Certainly not right. 16.2 seconds. The only way you're doing that is if you didn't stop at your box. In fact, Rob Woodworth, it said his was about the same, and Jamie Stewart's, but I'd say that's just an error somehow. It's Davies. Sits back at P7 at the moment. Sam Law back at P8. Brad Wybrow back there in that 27. Great number, that one. It's past the 76 of Craig Brock. Hermanson, he was one of the first ones to stop. Sits in P10.
Still biggest mover, up 17 spots.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good drive, isn't it, so far? From Hermanson.
Been able to focus and knock the laps out.
Yeah, it looks like he's in a bit of no man's land at the moment. No cars immediately around him. So he should be a bit lonely out there. Just trying to tick off laps.
Yeah, I suppose, if you've got no one to chase down, but then again, it could be working for him. It gives him a chance to just focus and put the old consistent laps together.
Simon Honey. It's P12 in the race at the moment. Approaching the halfway stage. Of course, no interviews tonight. We wrap things up at the conclusion of this race. It's already well and truly late enough by then. Don't forget NSCAR tomorrow night, live from Talladega. A race not to be missed, to be fair. A high chance of a lid skid. Round 2 of the playoffs, so no doubt will provide a bit of drama.
Yeah, we'll certainly be flying the flag.
7 cars, 7 DNFs now, Dion. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're right.
So that DNF list has grown fairly quickly.
You guys have decided to put it away for the day.
Yeah, fallen by the wayside and they've had enough. Certainly early stages for Matt Pluck and Brock Mackney. We are 38 laps into the race. Make that 39 now for race leader Ewan Baker. So we're going to see about 80 odd laps. Tonight.
Fair few, isn't it?
Oh yes, it's a long time, to try and concentrate. Here we go. So now, getting into... Oh, moment there for Heron. Spins it up in front of Dylan Jordan. Oh, James
In the
Jordan.
story tonight, he's going to have to make sure he gets around. But he'll be gutted with that. Was sitting in fourth spot there for a little while.
No good. So yeah, 14 cars. 14 cars on the lead lap, and somehow Bryce Harding at the moment is on the lead lap, but you'd have to say probably not for much longer, as Baker looming in the background. But Harding's made his way back to P14.
That's impressive, eh?
Yeah,
Be wanting a safety car.
Yeah, that's a hell of a drive.
Someone needs to throw the yellow.
Oh, there we go. He's down pit lane, so that'll drop him back down through the order. But you'd think, well, he's probably not even going to make it home from there. You wouldn't think anyway. Looks like Corey Crossan.
No, we're going up for everyone else. I think we saw the last person stop with what was it, 9 minutes out of the hour to go. So going off that, he's 9 minutes short, of course. But,
yeah.
I guess we'll see.
Just saw a GT4 car heading down pit lane as well. So
he did have to stop early though with that spin. He got that rear He had that rear damage from hitting the wall. So
pick up the leader of the GT4 class, of course, Cam Dance. Pretty much 28 second lead at the moment over Mason Dawson, who's back in P2, and then you go another 10 seconds back to Josh Murdens. So Cam Dance is well and truly in control at the moment in the GT4 class. So we just tick over the 1 hour mark. So I'll look in the chat there. Simon, I assume you're talking about Simon Honey. B Party back and forth in that GT4 class. A bit of clear track up in front of him at the moment. Circulating, doing a good job. Go back to Cam James, sorry, back in 5th in class, but 27th overall in the race. And almost seems like it's getting a little bit cloudier.
You think it's getting a bit darker, then we may be on for a bit of rain?
Oh, look, the clouds are certainly starting to build. They are definitely starting to get darker. But an hour to go in the race. Is it enough time for it to start raining?
Well, yeah. I hope so.
So do I. How good would it be with about 20 minutes to go? It just absolutely buckets down.
Yeah.
Looks
It'd
like
be good if it rained soon to force an extra stop. You know what I mean? It would be.
Yeah. Simon Honey just down pit lane. Gets himself back on track. Mackenzie still out there circulating after that earlier contact with Matt Clark. Roloffs goes by. You can see, I'm going to say that's Dylan Jordan. It is in the background. He's about 5.3 seconds behind race leader. So Jordan, he's actually managed to pull away from brother James. Something happened to Simmons. He's gone back again.
It's an old Mika Hakkinen livery there on the McLaren.
Yeah, on Dylan Jordan's car. Yeah, that's a bit of a throwback, ain't it?
Yeah. They're pretty cool looking.
Yeah, the good old days of Formula One.
Yeah, they ain't what they used to be, that's for sure.
That is right. Of course, if you are watching in the chat, shout out your drivers. Check out their progress if you want. We can go and watch them for a bit. These races get a bit drawn out at times. It's always good to have audience participating in the chat. Keep us entertained. Rob Woodworth, has he had another issue out there? He's back down pit lane. Looks like he's serving a penalty perhaps. So he goes straight through race leader Baker. Goes through. There's only 9 now. 9 GT4s. 9 GT4s left in the race.
Wow.
Pluck's gone, George Elliott's gone, and Mark Mallard's gone. Cars on the lead lap, there's only 11. Dyson Freeman is your last car on the lead lap at the moment. And he's a minute 18 behind race leader.
So it must not be too far, probably.
Yeah.
Away from going left, yeah.
I was just going to say he's not too far from going that lap back down. I'll tell you what, we were fairly close to not even streaming tonight, but it's good to know that my headset isn't playing games like it was on last Wednesday.
This is the bonus.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong. I just have no idea what was happening that night, but anyway, it is what it is. Sermo still on that run, P10. So been able to close that gap to Wybrow. A little bit, not too much I don't think. It's about 19 odd seconds at the moment. He's there in the 27. Rather colourful looking livery. That's not what we wanted. We'll go on the gyro shot here on board of Wybrow as he attacks the Red Bull ring. Must be Sam Law just up in front of him. Possibly. Those ripple strips just dangerous.
Yeah,
Looks like you don't want to be getting on those too much. Saw the car wiggle as you
we
make
saw
contact.
a lot of cars early in the race. Put a little wheel on there, and obviously multiple self spins early on.
Oh. Tell you what, there's some wheel work going on there at the moment for Wybrow. There's one more stop for these guys in this race to get themselves home. Doing a much better job than what I would be, I can confirm that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would have been with Matt Pluck somewhere in the pits early, lap 1.
Yeah, absolutely, having a beer after turn 5.
Corey was murdered, no deal. Let's see if I can find anything on that. Corey, I got you driving slowly. Let's see if this shows us anything. Is that Hermanson there? No, that's just you here saying that's me parking it up. Oh, early on, yeah, Roger. Yeah, you were doing a good job too. Let's watch some of these anyway while we're in the replays. Mark Mallard, oh, big one into the fence. He couldn't keep it off it. Ben Heron, Marcus Walker. Oh, and that's right in front of James Jordan too, so look out. Oh, we saw that one live.
We did see that live, yeah, just a little bit of a self spin there.
Cam James, he's had another moment. Out there by the looks.
Yes, yes. There's quite a lot of guys looping around, just getting a little tyre on that outside curve there and looping it up.
Yeah, too right. We go back live. Cam James now makes his way down pit lane. We'll carry on. Yeah, well, eyes on to tomorrow night then, Corey. No comment after. Yeah, fair call. Big one tomorrow night at Dega. Especially that championship chase. Not many races left in the season. Over at the NSCAR Championship for season 1 2025 is all wrapped up. Will we find a new champion, or will Mr. Bryce Harding? He's found a fair bit of form lately, and could he claim his third title? Maybe even Dilworth going back to back. The likes of Freeman, could he possibly claim the championship on his rookie season?
He has been doing really well, so
yeah, plenty to unfold.
Yeah, sort of anyone's championship really. There's quite a few guys up front there this season.
Yeah.
So it's good to see a couple of new faces up there challenging as well. So.
Yep, it certainly is. It's going to be a an interesting final or playoff series anyway, that's for sure. Round 2 of that. Tomorrow night, live from 8. Make sure you tune in for that one. It's going to be an absolute ripper. I love a bit of bump drafting tracks.
Yeah, because of theirs. Can't wait for tomorrow. Hopefully he's going to give us a push to the front, or I'll...
Yeah, how good. How good. Tell you what, those Sigma boys, they'll be looking to work together in numbers at Dega.
Yeah. There's enough of them now. There's enough of them there. They should be all line astern and...
Yeah, too right.
Get to the front.
So, not much happening out on track at the moment. Gaps still growing. Baker leading 6.4 seconds over Dylan Jordan. Go back to James Jordan, Robert Henry, Stanley and Simmons. Simmons, he'll be right on the back of Stanley at the moment by the looks of that. Go and check that battle out. It's for P5 in the race. Both of them had a good start to this race, nice and consistent.
It's about the only thing I can think of is they're on different fuel strategies, because there was certainly a big change there through the pit stops.
We'll be pushing, who knows who, but we'll be pushing.
Yeah, obviously Baker's holding that 6-second lead. He hasn't really pulled away too much from Dylan Jordan, but and you've got James Jordan there and Robert Henry at 10 and 17 seconds back.
So a bit of a mistake there from Simmons. Stanley. Lap traffic in between them now. Oh, fast lane cars. Going at it for the meantime. I think that's going to be Murdens. No, it's not Murdens. Who is in that other one? Oh, there you go, Mason Dawson. Sits P3 in the class. 24th overall. Cam James now retired from the race.
Is that Ben Doherty back leading the GT4 class? I'd say he's a little bit off kilter there, pit stop wise, but
Yeah.
he spun it up, didn't he, early on?
Yeah.
And so now he's got a lap on
Cam Dance, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So obviously those GT4 cars having to get some stops done, but we saw Doherty down pit lane earlier. High chance those other guys have stopped, and he's just battling on until he has to stop again.
Yeah, he's just must have pushed on after his incident there and managed to...
Taylor said he's going to be way out of whack, but he stopped too early, so I don't think he's going to make it home from when he stopped. So he will have to go through pit lane again. But it's odd to be a whole lap up on Cam Dance. That is really weird. Well, we'll let that unfold and see what happens.
Yeah.
It's probably not even a lap down. I don't know.
We're still showing, so what's the biggest movers there? So Hermison up 17 and...
Yep, I can bring that up on screen. I was just looking, yeah, Wybrow and Hermison both still your biggest movers, up 17 apiece. Eric Roloff's up 12, Freeman up 11, and Dawson up 4.
Good effort from those guys. They'll be happy with that.
Cam Dance there. Goes another lap down. 4 laps down now. Well, here's Doherty here. I don't know why it's saying plus a lap. That can't be right, because I'd say the gap is just 4.3 seconds. Back to Cam Dance at this point. You just saw him there in the background, so there's Cam Dance.
We're saying plus 2 laps now, which... There's something happening.
Yeah. Well, we'll wait and see what happens. We'll see if Cam Dance can get back to the back of Doherty. Yeah, that's an odd one. Live timing playing games. He's actually 4 laps down on the overall race leader, so... Yeah, if it's for the race leader, even that's wrong.
Yeah.
But we'll just roll with it for the meantime.
Yeah, sure, that's right.
So Cam Dance, I'm guessing that, yeah, these guys have all stopped, the rest of the GT4 class, and are racing to the finish.
Well, we did see that last time, that they only had to stop the one time. And then, yeah, as Taylor before said, the GT3 guys will have to stop again. And I think we worked it out to be around that 20 minutes to go mark. We'll start to see the GT3 guys come down pit lane for the second time to top themselves off and possibly take tyres to get the rest of the way home.
Yeah, too right. Now, top 10, only 10 cars now left on the lead lap. Here at the Red Bull Ring, Christian Hermanson, the last one. And he's actually he's a minute 13 behind race leader, so he's safe for now. Going a lap down, fastest lap, Ewan Baker. So there you go again, that fuel burning off. 130.129. That is hauling ass.
Yeah, that's quick.
Let's see if we can find, or wait for Dylan Jordan to cross the line. See what sort of lap time he's come up with on his last time by.
Well, certainly gap's getting bigger between Baker and Jordan there, so it's out to an 8-second gap now between first and second. I would say we're going to see Dylan Jordan have soon, because I think he pitted quite early after his.
I can tell you that. I'll bring that information up for you as soon as I can. Where are we? Here? There you go. So that's since they last stopped.
Oh wow! So they're all about the same.
Yeah, they're all about the same at the moment. Ben Doherty, 34 laps.
Yeah, that'll be why he's.
Just, yeah, they're all about the same. Looking
He'll
at that
have to pit
GT3.
again, but still don't understand why it's saying he's 2 laps ahead of Dance there. That sort of can't be right.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not right. Because Baker gain 130.019. Yeah,
Wow.
this what are we? 80 minutes into a race, and he's out there just setting off fastest lap times.
Yeah, every lap. Like that's,
Yeah. Yeah.
He's done that for the last 2 or 3 laps in a row where he's gone better every time. It's almost, I guess he's probably just challenging himself for now.
Yeah.
A bit of a masterclass.
Yeah, certainly doing a good job of things. So we're watching Dylan Jordan. He's going to go past Dyson Freeman.
Bit of lap traffic there.
Or is he? Yeah, he just gets past Paul McKenzie nice and easy. But yeah, Freeman, yep, opens the door, says, "Where you go." Goes on by. Job done for Dylan Jordan. 9 seconds the margin though to race leader James Jordan.
Yeah, see, lost about a second in that last lap.
Yeah,
right?
so so that's what we've got to keep in mind. Dylan Jordan didn't stop early. He stopped like 13 seconds, well, between 7 and 10 seconds longer than anyone else. Shorter.
That's right. So I'd say he's gone the short fill each stop in order to.
Yeah, so I'd say you are right. We'll see him down earlier, so he probably won't be far away from stopping it, I guess. If he short filled it, because they've got him 30. Oh, can't work that out. 22 seconds in the box. Compare that to you and Baker at 29.4.
Yeah, it's got to be fuel.
Compare that to James Jordan. James Jordan was stationary for 35 seconds. That's 13 seconds less. Yeah, everyone is stationary from about the 30 to 34 seconds.
Yeah, okay, so I think you'll see with about that 20-minute mark, I think we worked out between 15 and 20 to go.
Well, you'll probably see Dylan Jordan any moment, surely.
That's right. And he'll have to probably stand still longer than the other guys too, because he'll need more fuel, of course. And then you'll see you and Baker and those guys come down the lane, sort of between that 15 and 20 minute to go mark, and just have a little splash and go to them home to the end.
He's going to stay out again, so at the moment he's comfortable.
Joining us is Matt Pluck. Pluck, you'll be absolutely ecstatic with your start tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How come you parked it up, Matt?
Car was fucked. My left rear wheel was pointing at 90 degrees.
So there's is there no quick repairs?
Oh, there was right at tow. I couldn't even drive back to the pit, so by the time I lost a couple of laps towing and that, it's fucking... No, it's not worth it.
So what?
I'm not sitting there for 2 hours.
You're not? Oh, okay. Oh, well, that is the way it goes, I guess. Now, 54 laps down. And Paul McKenzie, that was contact with Paul McKenzie, right? And he's still out there. He managed to carry on, but your car was absolutely destroyed, and it didn't actually look like it hit that hard.
I think it's just the angle of it into the wall, I think.
Yeah.
The rear ends are pretty weak on these, but I probably moved across on Paul, but I got a pretty wide pull from I think it was Mark coming up on the outside.
Yeah.
I just probably overreacted a little bit, tried to give him a bit more room, but Paul was there, so it didn't happen. But,
It didn't look like he backed out of it all either, but yeah, certainly didn't look like it hit the fence terribly hard, but you could see as you drove away, she was
just toast.
crabbing down the road pretty badly.
Yeah, rather
yeah, I felt like it was just a bump. I was like, I'll just turn around and carry on, you know, I lost 10 seconds or whatever, I'll carry on racing. And then I was like, hard lock left, and it was still turning right, and I was like, this ain't good.
Yeah, and not good.
Yeah, like rip the rear axle out of it. We've seen a lot of self spins tonight, sort of in the order of the night, really. There's been a lot of guys just stepping onto that ripple strip on the outside and looping it up.
Yeah, Red Bull Ring's really hard like that. They got the sausages on both inside and outside, and you've really got to hit them to make time. So you just hit them on the slightly wrong angle, and it spins off and look your passenger.
Yeah, it's been a lot of spins.
There you go, Dylan Jordan has stopped, so I wasn't too far off that.
Yeah, that's good.
If it makes you feel any better, Brad, I managed to make it into registration for Supercars NZ after my quick DNF. And I proceeded to, so in the GT4s I made it to turn 2, right?
Yeah.
We wrecked on the start line in the Supercars.
Oh boy.
Not a very good night, to be fair.
No. Oh boy. Yeah, well, that's what it is.
I might just have to fucking sell up the racing gear like you, Brad, and just go full time fucking
commentating. Yeah.
Commentating.
Yeah. It's a good option. It is. But you can actually race. You can actually race though. I couldn't to save myself, so it was a good option for me. So.
Mate, I've seen you swing a few right turns on people before, Brad. That's some type of racing.
Goes right on dirt. We used to have some good battles on dirt.
Yep. Well, Baker, he is still. He has stretched that lead out huge, obviously taking into account Dylan Jordan down pit lane, but he's had another short stop. So 2 short stops.
That would have been enough to get. Oh, it'll be interesting to see actually once these other guys come down in the next 15 odd minutes to see what happens there. Yeah, because
he's only been stationary for 26 seconds a game.
That's right. So he's obviously split it up evenly into the 2 stops, whereas these guys will probably only. Yeah, they'll only splash and dash, you know. So.
Are we due for rain? Are we due for rain, Matt, at the end of this race? Do you know?
There was a percentage in the forecast, but I believe at the race start, the weather said there's rain in the area, but it looked like it was going to miss the track.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't know how it's progressed, obviously, since I parked up.
Yeah. It was 50% chance, I think, when we first hit off.
It's just starting to get pretty dark overhead as we ride on board with Brady Stanley out there, P4 at the moment. Dylan Jordan's managed to slot back into P5 after the round of pit stops. And that DNF list.
Still 40 odd seconds off the lead, so I wonder whether what sort of pit stop. And I wonder what time does it take to transit the lane. And
well, it depends who you are, because all night Dylan Jordan's managed to do it like 10 seconds quicker than anyone else.
Yes, but I think what you'll find is he was stationary for 24 seconds. I think you'll find that most of the guys in this second stop here will only be stationary for probably 6 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, most of them on average are about 53 seconds from start of pit lane to stopping to the end. But Dylan Jordan was 44.6 in his last stop.
So you're talking 20 seconds of transit, so you're probably talking a 25 to 30 second for the rest of these guys now. So yeah, he might be there or thereabouts, so it'll certainly be interesting how it pans out.
I don't think anyone's stopping Baker tonight though. I don't even think he'll be able to stop himself.
What happened to old Bryce? He was right up there at the start, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, and then he just
self-run and put it in the wall backward.
Hit the fence pretty hard. But he's actually done a pretty good job. He's made it back to 14th.
He's quite lucky he managed to get back to pit lane, so without having to tow, I guess is the difference.
Yeah, well he did tow in that first crash.
Harding? No, I don't think he did he?
Yep, it's come up on my timing that he did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so... Yeah, he's had a massive fight back. He's a lap down, but yeah, in 14th.
I should be following the live timing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's up and
so
what's going on?
That live timing, you can see everything that I can see. The incidents and everything.
Oh fuck yeah, how good is that?
Yeah, so you just go under the events and that'll bring up someone going off track or anything like that. So it's pretty good. Baker down pit lane, so here we go. Let's see what sort of pit stop time he's going to do here. Keep an eye on the car and heads down.
So answer everything, I suppose.
Pit lane, yeah, well he's got what, 30 minutes to go in the race.
It's interesting to see how long he's stationary for before rejoining, and if the car goes up for tyres, yep, it's gone up for tyres.
Sure.
Yeah, most of the guys would have split the fuel so that they can get tyres at both stops.
Oh yeah.
Usually, and it's pretty close. You can split it about 55 litres each stop, and it covers tyres.
Yeah.
But some people, if they run long and take a splash in that second one, they won't be able to. So.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. There's a 40-second stop for Baker. So you called it down.
Yeah. How long was he stationary for?
20 seconds.
Yeah,
22.1 seconds. But still, Dylan Jordan was 26, so it's 4 seconds. The difference.
Yeah, it's not a huge amount.
Yeah.
The one to probably look out for will be Robert Henry. He's very good at saving the fuel, so it's quite likely his last stop will just be a splash.
Yeah. Yeah, he's had a good race so far.
Yeah,
Robert.
You think you need to take a second set of tyres, or would you make it home with,
you'd make it home quite comfortably. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd probably lose out maybe a tenth or two a lap. They're not too bad in the GT3s. But I mean, if you're
coming down at about what was it, 1 minute, 1 hour, so was that 55, between 55 and 50 minute mark.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the fuel covered by the tyres, then you're going to take them, right? But if there's a few seconds to gain on a different strategy, you'd probably make that time. Not lose that time, sorry, by not taking tyres.
Yeah.
I think Ewan's probably got too much of a gap for it to matter. Realistically.
Yeah.
But Robert might be able to do something to James, depending on how James's fuel is.
Still at 45% chance of rain.
So I know you love AVBO and everything at the moment, Brad.
I do now that
Yeah, so on the live timing page there's a track map button. That doesn't work.
Yeah, don't worry about that. You don't need to see that.
Yeah, track map looks awesome.
Nah, my track map doesn't even work, so...
We'll get that sorted for next Monday.
Yeah, I don't know if it's anything. I don't know if it's anything from my end, but yeah, I've pressed start and done the things that needed to be, but we shall have a look. I mean, you could watch the race and see where they are on the track. You could tune into the race and have a look.
I got 2 monitors, mate, so I can visually see what corner they are on, but I don't know how far around the fucking track that is.
Well, I don't either, and I'm calling the whole 2-hour race, so.
Yeah, they are around another turn.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, they're coming up to the finish line, I think, somewhere.
Well, most of the turns here are right anyway, so as long as you're calling it a right-hander, you're probably about right.
Whoops. Bring that back up.
Yeah, it's been a good race for Henry. I love that. I really do like that livery.
Yeah.
Kestrel livery. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. One's keep an eye on though, Dylan Jordan. He's obviously had a stop. Simmons has stopped too, I'd say. He's dropped all the way down to P10 now. So he's finished off his...
Has Avondale been out here? Has he had his leading before?
Yeah, so he had a crash early, and so was down pit lane early. So he managed to get them when everyone else stopped. But now that's obviously all corrected now. So Doherty now is P4 in class, long way behind Cam Dance.
Cam Dance showing out it's done again, isn't he?
Yeah, dominating.
So is Dan only 2 laps down? He's more than 2 laps down.
Don't even pay attention to that. I don't know why it's telling us that.
Yeah.
He's probably 2 laps down on the last.
Yeah, it is. You got it. It's 2 laps down on Rob Woodworth.
Right. Okay.
Rob Woodworth is the last car in the GT3 class, so that's why it's telling us 2 laps. Just seen that pop up on my other screen. So yeah, that'll explain that.
He's doing well. He's got a 40-second lead, so...
Yeah, massive, eh? Dominating from Dance. But Merdens has actually been able to get himself... Oh, he hasn't stopped. There you go, Mason Dawson. Mason Dawson stopped again? Or is that his first stop?
Oh, I wouldn't have thought he'd go this long, but...
Oh,
Baker should be 1 stop.
Yeah, it was 1 stop last time round for them.
So Dawson has gone from P2 to P3. We'll see if I could find anything. He did not stop, so he must have got a penalty. 16.
Hopefully check limits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bit of a drive-through, eh? So.
Yeah, and it looks like Doherty's had one as well at some point. Huh. But yeah, Dance in complete control of that GT4 class at the moment. Massive lead. Baker down pit lane, so James Jordan's leading the GT3s. Yeah.
I'd say we'll see a stop from him sometime in the next 5 minutes, I would have thought.
Yeah, along with Robert Henry. Lights even starting to take effect. That's how dark it's getting.
I'd say if those who are running this long, they'll be doing a splash and dash, I'd say.
Well, they came in at 50 minutes, so 20 minutes to go would be about the same again.
Yeah, must be close.
Yeah. Because Baker's already been in, he's fueled to the end, and he is currently setting quick lap after quick lap.
Well, he stopped long enough to take tyres, so...
Yeah, 129.7.
Oh, he's cracked the 29s.
He's flying.
The old track's probably cooled off a little bit too with the cloud coverage, so I'd say that helps script-wise.
Yeah, Matt will be able to see that if he's watching the telemetry.
Is it showed on the live timing? Oh fuck, it does too, look at that.
Yeah.
It's currently 27 degrees. I don't know if that's colder or hotter than what it was before.
That is a lot colder.
Yeah, because I think when I was in the session at the start, it was 38 degrees.
Yeah.
So it's dropped off a bit.
Yep. Yep. Let's give some pretty good information there.
There you go, you're converted.
Converted. Hey, it's done now, so I'll just put the link out when I'm streaming. But yeah, I guess if people have got multiple ways of watching it, that on one screen is always handy if we aren't watching your driver. James Jordan ticks off another lap. 65 in the books now.
What's he doing lap times comparison to you and Baker at the moment?
So Jordan, 130.019. He's hauling ass as well, but last time for Baker was actually slower than both of them, and a 130.2.
Okay.
I was going to say there, Brad, the battle for 5th and 6th is pretty tight between Dylan and Justin at the moment.
Yeah, oh gee.
Yeah.
Dylan Jordan, he stopped, yeah, so...
Well, there should be for positioning, but I think they've both pitted.
Yeah, we'll bring that up for you again. We can... No, Davies hasn't.
Ah, okay.
Davies 31 laps since he last came down. Got magic tricks going on in the background.
Got some good magic tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Jordan has obviously just probably passed him for position there, because he's was half a second and now he's just about pulled that out to a second between those two. So that'll probably be the benefit of new tyres. So.
There's Harding in the background up to 12th now. Far out. He's probably going to have enough time to get Freeman as well.
Dyson.
Yeah.
He's catching Dyson.
Yeah, and he's about 3/4 of a second a lap faster at the moment, so...
Does he need to stop again, Harding?
What's that?
Does he need to stop again?
Nah, he should be good to go to the finish.
Right, I don't know if he is. It's showing him as 25 laps since his last stop. So Bryson might be pretty tight to the end, yeah?
Oh, there goes Freeman again, disappearing on us.
Oh, yeah. Pink livery though, you love a good pink livery.
Yeah, so you'd think James Jordan will be in any moment. 32 laps now.
That's a long stint, yeah.
Yeah.
He's either looking after his fuel really well, or we've got all our fuel numbers completely wrong up here.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Surely this time by we will see. For race leader James Jordan. Robert Henry still out there as well. Yet to take his second stop. I think everyone else from their back have. There we go, James Jordan in.
Called it.
Robert Henry, we'll see if he can do another lap or not. See if he can stretch it out. I think he did last time. He is going to this time.
Yeah, he's quite a far back though. He's about 12 seconds behind James before he pitted, so whatever advantage he's got up his sleeve, I don't think it's going to pay off for him.
Yeah, it'll be a matter of seconds in the pits, so
yeah,
12 seconds is going to be quite hard to regain.
James Jordan still down pit lane at the moment.
You and Baker's gone past, so
there you go. That's even shorter, 16.2 seconds in the box for James Jordan. So fuel to the end. Now Robert Henry, race leader, albeit temporary, 2.5 seconds back to Ewan Baker. So Baker's going to have a huge lead.
James has come out just behind Brady Stanley.
Yeah.
Brady pitted to the end? Or is
nah, I'm pretty sure Brady's still got a...
Ah, does he? Okay. Who's that off the track there?
Yeah, Brady's 32 laps since he stopped. That must have been Wybrow. Lap 66.
Clouded dirt in the background.
He's had a moment. It's probably lucky we did do some testing. I've got a couple of things to sort out, Matt.
That's good.
Like the replay transitions. Not that I have to do those, but
doing another lap there for Henry. So
yeah.
Interesting. He's managed to squeak a little bit more out of it, but Ewan's right behind him there. So
yeah, but he's not. He's not saving fuel at the moment, is he? Because Baker's not exactly taking massive amounts of time out of him.
Yeah, Ewan took a second out on that last lap.
Ewan does have the benefit of the new tyres, obviously, just recently.
Matt, you're dreaming, Matt, because last lap, Robert Henry done a 1:30.256. Ewan Baker did a 1:30.322.
Look at you fucking reading the timing charts now.
Hey, I've always done this. My timing screen's always been up on my screen. I've always had that luxury. So yes, last lap definitely Henry was actually quicker, but that's probably the fuel load. Surely.
Yeah, surely this time by we see Henry pop in. We'll see.
Just over 15 minutes to go. I just thought I'd correct you there. You like correcting me, so.
I've never correct you, bro.
So yeah, Robert Henry looking like pit stop this time.
Yeah.
Baker will resume the race lead, 15-second lead over James Jordan.
Comfortable.
Dylan Jordan a further 6 seconds back behind James Jordan. So that was that short splash and dash they had to take. Be interesting to see where Henry actually pops out here.
How long he has to stop
he's
for?
Still stationary. He's gonna probably pop out in about 5th. 13 seconds.
Yeah, so that's again, that's 10 seconds less than
Henry. Yeah, 13 seconds stationary. That's the shortest of the lot.
That's right. So that's what's that? 10 seconds less than Jordan, wasn't it? So
yeah, let's put him in P4.
Yeah, his stop was 13 seconds less than Dylan, so
yeah,
he's closed that gap, 3 seconds behind. If he's got anything left in it, see if he can chase him down.
So he wouldn't have taken tyres, yeah?
Nah,
To be
just
that short?
there.
Yeah, that's just fuel and back out.
Fuel.
So I think if that's the case, yeah, tyres mustn't be too much longer. Baker took tyres, and he was
before the stop.
22
before
seconds.
The stop. Yeah, so before the stop, he was lapping faster than Dylan, about half a second a lap faster, so he might be able to chase him down.
Yeah, let's see what happens for Henry. That Castrol livery. Meantime, Simmons, P7.
yeah, it was there was battling for that 3rd place there for quite a while early on.
There's old Partridge going, old B-Part, is he still running?
Yeah, he's still running it.
Fucking hell.
7th in class, 28th overall. But yeah, the B party's still circulating at the moment. He's almost made it to the end. Almost.
Incredible.
I don't know how these guys do it. 2 hours, man. It's a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it is to start with, but it's kind of like when you go on a road trip, right? Once you're on the road and driving away, just kind of
ticks by.
You almost kind of daydream a little bit, you know? You just go through the motions.
Yeah.
Time ticks away.
Tell you what, the old lap traffic's kept it fairly entertaining. There's always been fairly plenty of action around with, you know, these GT3 guys having to navigate the GT4 guys. I imagine she'd be pretty hairy at times on track.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
At least it's not the speed difference that we had last year. That was huge.
Hybrids,
yeah, with those hybrids, the speed difference was massive. So.
Bit more room for lap traffic this week at Red Bull. Obviously last week at Imola, it was quite tight and twisty at the best of times. I know there's only a few class-on-class murders at the last round. So hopefully it's been a little bit cleaner tonight.
Yeah, it has been actually.
I haven't seen much contact at all. It's mainly been the self-spins, just guys, you know, and it was only early on in the race, probably with the cold tyres and just settling into a groove. Saw a lot of self-spins.
Tell you what would spice it up next round.
Rain. Yeah.
Matt already knew the answer to that.
I'd just like to do more than a couple of corners, to be honest. I didn't race these since last round, obviously. Been pretty tied up, but I actually had a minute or two to do some practice for this race.
You started right down the back, didn't you? And
I started last because I'm not qualifying, so I better do some practice to get up to pace.
And you managed to find some time to do that, Matt?
Crazy, right?
Yeah,
As a waste of time as in the end, it turns out.
Plenty of practice for a couple of corners.
I don't even get the corners that good either.
Oh, gotta love it. Gotta love it. Well, I tell you what, the best thing about tonight is that my headset hasn't cut out, so
there you go.
That is a positive.
Take him when you can get him, mate.
Yeah, 100%.
Take the small ones,
Yeah. Yeah, so we've had a couple in a row now, so hopefully things don't go south on Monday.
So I've had a mint day today. I've been down and painted the fence for the RC track. So
oh, nice.
We're looking nice and sharp for the weekend with our New Zealand mods and saloon car champs on Saturday.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Dylan Jordan, P3. I don't know if Robert Henry's going to have enough time.
No, looks like that gap's kind of stabilised a bit over the last lap too. But then he's got a little bit of lap traffic coming up. That could.
Yeah, looks like he's currently stuck in behind Mr. Craig Brock out there at the moment. 76, or he's just got past him in fact, so I tell lies. But no surprises, quickest man on the circuit, Ewan Baker. Comfortable lead, 14.8 seconds over James Jordan. Well, actually, James Jordan's he has just done his fastest lap of the race, a 1:29.885.
Yeah, he's just taken half a second out of Baker. It's probably a little bit too late. With 14 seconds there, he'll need 28 laps at that current pace to catch him. But
there you go, Harding down pit lane again for the final time.
One thing I'll say though there, Bradley, I don't know about you, Dion, but if I try to watch it through Discord, it's all shit.
Is it laggy as?
Yeah, it's quite laggy. It's quite framey and laggy for me too, but...
Yeah, I don't know if that's our Discord server or what's going on there.
Yeah, that's weird.
See how it is tomorrow night on the Ins Card Discord. It might just be our Discord doing a shit.
It shouldn't be. There you go, that's better.
Yeah,
it's way better.
I done nothing.
Whatever you did, Brad.
I done nothing. I stopped it and started again, but yeah, that's way better. We fixed it. There we go, another win.
Fuck yeah.
Turn it off, turn it back on again. Well done.
Yeah, Chinese restart. That does it, mate.
Yeah, man.
Excellent. So Baker.
I actually thought it was my PC to start with, so I just left it and didn't say anything.
Yeah, well, I saw it. I saw it doing it, and because you didn't say anything, I just thought it was my end, to be honest.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, well, we got there in the end.
Yeah.
Right. Seven laps to go. We can finally focus on what we're looking at.
Well, not even that. Yeah, what are we? Well, 7, just about 8 minutes to go.
Yeah.
So. 6 laps to go on this one, 5 or 6 laps. Dylan Jordan still holds that 3rd position down.
He's run quite a good strategy to be where he is, so he'll be happy with that.
Looks like someone just run off the track in front of him, bit of dust flying around. Back to Henry, battling hard, P4, Stanley. Good result, top 5 finish at the moment.
How well does the new debris in that show on the broadcast? So dirt that comes back in that?
Yeah, it's good. It shows it good. Well, my end from what I'm watching, it does. Yeah, you see it all over the track.
You can see it there now. It's still on track. It stays on track for the whole race.
Yeah, you see it on the edge of the circuit there.
Yeah. Oh,
and then
cool.
when they run off the track, you see all the dirt flying up in the air and stuff like that too. So yeah, it was pretty cool that what they're bringing in new stuff bit by bit, improving it.
You'd hope so for the fucking amount we pay.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that is true. I've timed my membership with Black Friday sale every year.
I think everyone has.
Yeah, otherwise it's just insane, eh?
I probably wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
They do actually stack, so even if you're like 6 months out,
Yeah.
if you renew, it goes on to the end of your things. So mine always ends in like April. I just get an extra 12 months at Black Friday each year.
Yeah. Nice.
But in saying that, if you're a new member, you can sign up to the Motorsport New Zealand e-Pass for, I think it's $20, and you get a 1-year subscription
To
and the
iRacing?
F4 car. Yep.
Oh shit. Well,
So a
there you
special
go.
deal for FIA at the moment, so in Motorsport New Zealand. So check that out if you're looking at getting into it.
Yeah, get amongst that. That's a good deal.
It's
Yeah.
massive.
And if you don't go that route and you are thinking about it, make sure you get 2 years when you first buy it, because it's the only time you get like that
Massive discount, yeah.
discount. Yeah. But otherwise,
Yeah.
do what Matt said, because that's massive. I just didn't know about that. That's a bloody good deal. Good way to get into it, that's for sure.
Is that new members only, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who they look after, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always have fucking new member specials going on there, but nothing for the long-time loyal
Yeah.
customers.
Yeah. I guess we
That's the
get.
same at
I guess we get discounts for buying so much stuff.
Hunting
So,
and that, yeah.
So that's pretty good.
It's the same with everything though, eh? Like Sky
Yeah.
always have new member specials, but nothing for the guys who've been subscribed for the last 10 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
That's why you
Getting over new.
cancel and renew, mate.
It's Sam Law. He's the last car on the lead lap at the moment. You can see Ewan Baker looming in the background. So 8 cars remain on the lead lap at the moment. It's Cam Dance.
Is that car supposed to be a cow?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
I don't know.
It's got stripes down the side, not dots. So
Maybe
Yeah.
a zebra. I don't
Zebra.
know. Not too sure. Sam Law out there sending it.
Robert Henry's actually taken a second out of Dylan. It might be a bit too late, but he has made a little bit of impasse there.
Making inroads slowly but surely.
yeah, it's down to 3 seconds now. So into the 2s.
Yeah, not enough time left. Look at that lead, 15.2 seconds. And you feel that Ewan Baker will probably just ease it up a bit. No mistakes, couple of laps to go.
It does sound like a lot, but over 2 hours, that couple of tenths a lap, like
Yeah, but it's nearly 30 seconds back to 3rd. Well,
Yeah.
25 seconds back to 3rd. So
Yeah, it is just margins every lap, eh? Because you look at their lap times and there's not exactly a whole lot of time between them, but just obviously, like you said, over time, bit by bit, it grows. Because all of the top...
find a way to add a weight penalty to Ewan.
Yeah.
yeah.
Some form of disability, like handicap.
Yeah, definitely.
Penalise them 5 second or 10 second penalty
Just
at
make
mid-race.
him start off the back. He'll still win it over 2 hours.
I was going to say, maybe for the next 2-hour event, he has to start a lap down.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon.
Does he still end up at the moment in 8th?
Yeah.
If he started a lap down.
Yeah, well, probably even better than that. Because you're going, oh, well, they aren't, mind you, they've all been doing about the lap times, same lap times,
Yeah.
there or thereabouts. James Jordan just went quickest last time, right? Again. James Jordan got
Is
a
he
bit of
in
pace.
the, is he running the Porsche?
No, he's in the McLaren, I think. No,
I always
what-
know when I ran the Porsche last season, when I got down to those last kind of 5 litres in the tank, it was like a flick switch.
Yeah.
turned into a rocket for like 2 laps.
It's the Acura, sorry, the Acura NSX.
Acura?
Yeah, Acura, whatever it is.
American Honda?
Yeah, that thing.
The Trump Honda.
Yeah, so his last lap he almost got down into the 129s again.
Down to the last minute and a bit here, so there'll be last lap board showing.
Whereabouts is Ewan? Has he crossed the line?
Nah, I think he will though before we get that time down, so I'd say 1 to go. He's in behind Mackenzie at the moment. Yeah, he's coming around the last corner now.
The white flag.
So white flag will drop this time by 1 to go. The second round of the Endurance Championship 2025. And it'll be a perfect start, 2 from 2 for Ewan Baker.
Dominating fashion.
I don't think he's actually won the Endurance Championship before. I know the first year in the GT3 he missed out. He had a bad run at Le Mans and somewhere else. Last year he might have in the hybrid class, but that's because like the hybrid guys all fucked off.
Yeah, I think only
the only one left.
Yeah, I think there was only like 2 or 3 that started the last race. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he took that out last year, but yeah, so he'll be looking to claim it in the GT3 this year. 2 from 2, it's a good way to get things going for him, that's for sure. In fact, a great way to start the year for Baker so far this year. He is in a dominating fashion. Took out the Super Light Championship just run. Leading and now the Endurance Series.
About him to lap up to 7th now, is it? That's the 8th position in front of him.
Yep, certainly is. Sam Moore.
He'll be in action again on Sunday in Scots as well, so busy boy.
Yeah, getting plenty of action in. There you go, Ewan Baker seals the deal and gets it done here at the Red Bull Ring. Claims the victory. James Jordan will bring it home in P2. P3 will go to Dylan Jordan around the final corner. Gets it done. Henry drifted away just a little bit in the closing stages, but he will bring it home P4. Brady Stanley will round out the top 5. Harding sending it around the outside. The fight back from him. He has driven back to P12.
That's a good effort.
And he was actually circulating as fast as the guys up the front.
He was the pole sitter. He wasn't slow, so
yeah.
Good drive, good comeback for Bryce.
Yeah, definitely.
Valuable point.
Head down, got it done.
There was a drop round in this series as well, so it's not like he's out of the fight.
Oh yeah. There you go, Cam Dance. Don't know what
trying
he's
to
doing
get a wheel
there.
going.
Yeah, I was almost saying it looks like he's trying to do a skid, but there you go, bit of smoke. He's got it going. Takes out the GT4 class from Mertens, and Ben Doherty actually drove home to P3 in that. So Mason Dawson must have had some dramas.
Yeah, he's dropped way off, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The closing stages.
Showing him a lap down. He did have that drive though, but I thought he still came out around 4th or 5th after that, so he must have had a second one.
Yeah. As Baker celebrates getting the job done here at the Red Bull Ring. But from us, well, that's about time for us to shoot off. Of course, no interviews tonight, but we will be back tomorrow night. Second round of the playoff series for the NSCAR Championship live from Talladega. And all in.
Oh, what a shit track.
Hey, I'm happy. I am happy because it's all in. It's one server tomorrow night, so get amongst it. Should be some good racing. What do you mean you can't?
Oh, I don't qualify.
Oh, you're not allowed to race anymore?
Nah, I've been sent to Fiji, Brad. I don't know if you got the memo.
Yeah, but that was last week, wasn't it? Or a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, probably.
That was from your favourite track.
It was a fucking one-way. It was a one-way ticket,
push me to the front, mate.
Oh, okay, one-way ticket. Do not return.
Yeah, still waiting for the return ticket, eh?
Yeah, fair cool. But anyway, that is us tonight. Cheers, everyone, for tuning in. Congrats to Ewan Baker and Cam Dance for taking out their respective classes. Make sure you tune in next Tuesday. I believe we get underway with the V8 Supercars at Kiwi Sim Racing. It will be another fantastic series to join into. And don't forget, tomorrow night ends car, but from us